Shameless. What I tell them? Rewind. Shameless.
United in the Europa League. United in Europa League. United in Europa League. Europa League. Me tell them one time and me say Europa League. One time you have to see us in the Europa League. We not the conference. That for the idiot. Why them in a sense? In the summer we have a spend bare pound and pence. Owen making predictions, jump off the fence. United only good in a past tense. Europa League and a conference.
Anyway.
We got some serious issues. What's going on, people? Welcome to United View and welcome to the match preview. As you can tell from the intro, we weren't lying. When it's Europa League settings, that's the intro. May get jazzed up a little bit. The longer the journey goes on, we'll set Josh a little challenge. But you lot asked for it, and we thought we would stick to our word, and that is going to be the intro or that of some sort for Europa League videos and Europa League matches, because that's just what we're going to do here at United View. When things happen organically, you gotta enjoy them, innit? Even though I cringe. I'm the worst. I do things in the moment, and then afterwards, if I have to watch it back, I hate watching myself back doing stuff. Even if they're good things, I'm like, I just get cringe. So,
even if it's you singing a full intro for over 60 seconds. Oh,
honestly,
it's so good. And the thing is, I say, like, you know, that will never get old. It will. Very quickly.
Of course.
Yeah.
Hopefully after today. Hopefully we never see it again after today.
Exactly.
But anyway, guys, it is the match preview. So let's get straight into it. Owen, we spoke about it a little bit in the presser earlier on today, press conference reaction today. What sort of team are you expecting? And this is still our first game. This is still the second best team in the group. So we've got to take care of business. It's a home game. These are ones that you take care of business in. You win all your home games. Obviously, with the type of opposition we got, we can't underestimate anyone, but we should be winning some of those away as well, if not all. Apart from maybe Sociedad, something could happen. You don't know, but it's still the first game, and Eric Ten Hag will want to get off to a good start. A win.
They always say, don't they, in European competitions, irrespective if it's the Europa League or the Champions League or the Conference League, always win your home games, right? Always win your home games and then win or even draw a couple of away games, then you're through, basically. Yeah. So this is, you would think, the hardest home game. We were talking a little bit earlier on when we were live for the press conference that you think that maybe there might not be as much rotation as has been speculated. We won't see 10 changes because Dallo was in the press conference, but I would think we see a solid 9, I think. Maybe even more.
So 9. So what are you saying?
Do you want me to name my team?
Yeah. Name your team.
I think Dubravka will be in goal.
Yeah.
And that's not just because, whatever, it's just cup goalkeeper, right? That's how it works nowadays, which I'm actually even a big fan of. I prefer having the same goalkeeper in every competition.
I don't think he will be.
Do you not think? You think he'll be De Gea?
I don't think he starts.
I would be stunned if De Gea starts.
Would you? I think because of just that continuity, and I don't know. Anything can happen. I think De Gea's can start.
I'll go with Dubravka in goal. Right back, it's going to be Dallo because Wan-Bissaka's not available. Centre backs, Maguire will play. Lindelof. Left back, Luke Shaw. Midfield, Fred, Casemiro. Left-hand side, you would think, Elanga. Right-hand side, I think it'll be Anthony because Anthony needs more minutes, and I think it's expected that he'll get more minutes. He won't play the full game. It'll be like at the weekend. I think he'll play 60,
play
65.
Another 60, yeah.
Centre attack in mid, I do agree with a little bit of what you were saying previously. I think Bruno might start. Now, the reason I think Bruno might start is because we don't actually know the status of Donny. Donny still could be injured for what we know. And if that is the case, talk about bad luck. About bad luck.
And the embargoed bit comes out later on. Maybe they did.
Yeah,
maybe someone did ask.
Possibly someone will ask about that, but talk about bad luck. You're not playing anyway. It's your coach. It's your guy. You're still not playing. And the one moment that you were going to play, you're not available. That's when your luck's not in. And I think Bruno is one of those players that legitimately wants to play every single game. He wants to play every single minute of every single game. So he wants to score goals in all competitions as well. So I think Bruno is the center attacker mid. And then up front, you would think is going to be Cristiano Ronaldo. If Cristiano Ronaldo does not start, could you imagine if he doesn't start? Because then you start to legitimately say, like,
he just never wants to play with him.
When is he going to start?
Shrewsbury away, FA Cup 3rd round, something like that.
Yeah, so
Carlisle at home.
Because again,
Carabao Cup.
There were a few little knocks coming out of the weekend. Nothing too serious, but I don't think Martinez will start because he came off, looked like he had a bit of a knock. Nothing too serious, but it wouldn't make sense to play him in this game if he had a knock. Even Rashford, right? Rashford was holding a hamstring. It definitely wouldn't make sense to play in this game. You'd think it would be Ronaldo.
And we got a tough trip to Palace as well. Really tough trip to Palace that we know. And actually, ironically, Ten Hag was in the stands. That was his first game when he was in the stands, watching how poor he was.
Ironically, that's where the intro came from. That Palace game.
It's all culminating into one, innit? It's all coming together. I agree with a lot of the team that you put there. I just got a feeling, like I said, De Gea will start.
Why?
I just think he wants a little bit of continuity. I just feel like he doesn't want to make too many changes. And I'm not saying that would be a bad change to make. I'm not saying I disagree with that. I just think Ten Hag will have a little bit of familiarity because I don't think he will want to take his foot off the gas too much. Yes, you want to give these players a chance to impress. You want to give minutes to other players, use the squad, rest some players who've been playing at a really intense level. And we will get that. We will get a lot of changes because of that. But there'll be a couple because you still... Think about it. Think of where this team's coming from. This is now a new question mark for us. How do we play with the second string? How do we play with players who haven't been playing? How do we play when we make loads of changes? And in the past, obviously, we've played awful. You know, the drop-off in quality in the positions was terrible. Now with the additions, the 5 additions we've now almost made a second string squad that looks really good on paper for this level of competition. So I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see, can this team, whoever's going to play, because it is going to be a lot of changes, can they show some sort of maturity to say, we've been paying attention in training, and more importantly, we've been paying attention to the guys playing ahead of us, and we want to play with that same intensity. We want to show some hunger. KG laughed about it yesterday, and we had a little bit of a joke about what would it look like if Maguire's high-fiving and Luke Shaw's doing it. And, you know, at the end of the day, like I said, I want to see them all do it. I want to see every single player when they play do that, whether it's up front, whether it's in midfield or in defence. But away from whether they high-five or not, it should just be they should want to play with that same intensity. You know, when Fred comes in there, Casemiro, indeed, if it is both of them two, surely they've got to play. They've got to, surely. Are they hunting in packs? Are they doing what, you know, are we getting back into position and playing the same way? I don't want to see a scattergun approach. I want to see us get back into position, hard to break down. The lines are there, you know, players are close together. I just want to see that. But I'll be stunned if Rashford starts. I'll be stunned if Ronaldo doesn't start. I'd be stunned if Sancho started. I wouldn't be stunned if Bruno started. I hear you on that. I agree with you on that. I would be stunned if Luke Shaw didn't start.
What if it was McTominay started and Casemiro didn't?
Oh, I'd be stunned if that happened as well.
Would you be surprised? But then, if it was like, actually, I'm going to play Casemiro at the weekend against Palace.
But you'd have
it doesn't make sense
to find out.
It doesn't make a lot of sense.
No, because Casemiro going into that Palace game, he's not tired. He needs minutes. Casemiro needs some rhythm. I'll tell you that, because he's been coming off the bench, and the first 5 minutes of his performances have been a bit ropey. Yeah. Then you know what I mean? Especially against Arsenal. Against Leicester, he came on and was a bit dodgy, and then he started doing some nice things. Against Southampton, it was just see it out.
Kind of the same.
Yeah, kind of the same. But Arsenal, he came on. Eriksen gives him a really easy pass. No pressure. He just fucks up for no reason. And then puts Harry Maguire under pressure. So he needs to start, actually. It's weird that you're saying that about a player who's so good, achieved so much. he needs a start. So he will definitely be starting for me.
But Casemiro and Fred as a midfield
Yes,
too.
good. Yeah.
And that's what's wild about you saying, like, oh, that's what I want to see from this starting 11. Like, is the quality still there? Is the determination still there? Like, that is like, there are international high quality players in that starting lineup. And
They'll be starting alongside each other in the World Cup, Brazil.
Yeah. And the fact that we even have to sort of question that goes to show like the situation, what it's been at Manchester United. The biggest key for me is that I've said in the last few games for the Premier League that we've got on this bit of a win and run. The spark has been the back four. I look at that team that we're saying could start tomorrow for Manchester United. Apart from the back four, I go, yeah, that's a good team, whatever. I look at the back four and I go, where's the spark? Where is the spark? Are they going to be the spark again? Because that back four, I guess including Dallo. I mean, if we thought Wan-Bissaka was going to play, but okay, that back four is really the back four that it was sort of last season or sort of 18 months ago, that we thought was going to be good enough to maybe not compete, but like get top four in the Premier League. Now we're questioning, are they good enough for Europa League? That shows the drop off, and that shows the reality check that's been involved with them. So it's a massive game for them. It's a massive game, particularly again for those people playing in defense, not so much Dallo, because this could be a game that completely reinforces Erik ten Hag's opinion on certain players. If they don't perform, or they don't not even perform, if they don't give 100%, keep saying it, doesn't it? 100%.
Yeah,
keep giving 100%. If they don't give 100%, he'll be like, right, I dropped you from these Premier League games for a reason, and I was right to, because you're even further off getting back into this Premier League side. It's huge. It's an audition.
100%. And also, though, you do have to look at the thing of the ring rust side of it. So you should be fresh, but you're not match sharp. Luke Shaw hasn't played, kicked the ball in 4 games. Like, he's not even come off the bench because Malacia's got a bit tired to see out. With 5 subs, he's not even touched the ball. Do you know what I mean? Harry Maguire only just touched the ball the other day.
And was it again with Maguire? Was it rust or was it actual his level? That's the question as well.
It's both.
Bit of
you know
both.
What I mean? Bit of both. Lindelof hasn't played all season.
He's been injured, yeah.
Been injured, so this is his first game if he starts. Fred just coming off the bench here and there, apart from Brentford, and they've hasn't really been seen.
And they've got to deal with, by the way, we talk about rust of Casemiro and possibly Fred, got to deal with David Silva,
Exactly.
How are you going to deal with that one?
And that's what I'm saying. Real Sociedad, like, let's not sleep on them. I know Alexander Isak's just left them. They're a decent outfit, and David Silva, if you give him space and time, don't care what stage of his career it is, he can find a pass. So that's what I think, like, we have to remember where, you could say it's Sociedad at home, we should be beating them. Yeah, even when we played them in the neutral stadium in the Europa League last time, we smashed them. But, it's still a half-decent team with some decent players in it. That is our first home game in the Europa League. Got to get 3 points on the board no matter what. And we need to see that. I'll finish off by saying, from me, before you kind of finish off, I was just going to say that actually, if it's a big test for Ten Hag, because if Ten Hag can get these guys, I know it's only one game, but if he can get them to buy in when they ain't been playing, that will say a lot about him as well. Because it's one thing getting those players who are on a run, they're confident, they're high-fiving, they're playing in all the games, they've been part of the 3 points. Now we start to see what the players and the appetite and the hunger is like from the players who haven't been playing. Are they buying in to what Ten Hag's doing, or are they just still moving the same? Is there a level of intensity about what they're doing?
No, I agree. I think, as I mentioned, I think it's an audition for a lot of them. And a lot of these players, for varying reasons, have found themselves out of the starting 11 in the Premier League. It's now upon them to try and force a way to get back in. We've spoken about someone like McTominay playing well enough to keep himself in that starting 11. It's now upon these players that play tomorrow to find a way to put in Ten Hag's head, like, I know I've got that 11 that I like in the Premier League now, but Casemiro, Fred, they played really well on Thursday, really well. They look up for it. Ronaldo got 2 goals against Sociedad. I tell you what, maybe he gets in, or you know what I mean. It's up to them now, because the players that are playing in the Premier League are playing so well that they seem somewhat undroppable. It's now upon you to put yourself out there so much that you force your way into the side. And when it comes to Anthony, look, his debut went as good as it can go, but it doesn't mean if he has like a bit of a poor game against Sociedad, you go, well, might
not be the one.
Long way to go. Yeah,
exactly. 100%. And on that, it'll be interesting to see if these players have a good game and Ten Hag still goes, lovely. See you next week in the Europa League.
Yeah, exactly. You're still the
see you get Sharif. Yeah, do
yeah.
you know what I mean? So, yeah, we shall see. So get your predictions in, guys. Owen, can I tempt you with a prediction for this?
You know what? I've been doing predictions this season.
Oh, have
haven't
you?
I?
So
Yeah,
you've
'cause I've
been doing them,
some
yeah?
of the
'Cause
match
I've stayed
previews.
since the Liverpool one when I predicted we was going to lose and we didn't. I
Yeah.
just stayed away. So
Yeah, no, I did the Liverpool preview and I said we're going to lose like 4-5-0. I think I said we would beat Leicester 2-1 and we won 1-0. Southampton, I think I said I thought we'd win that game. I can't remember. I don't think I did a prediction for the Arsenal one, which I'm kind of glad of. I think we'll beat Sociedad. I do. I think yes, there's rotation, but that's still a really good side. And like even defensively, you could ask questions. But going forward, that midfield that's playing tomorrow is stronger than our midfield that was playing in the Premier League all last season. Let's be honest. Casemiro, Fred. So I'm confident with that. I think attacking wise, I think it's actually quite a balanced attack. You know, Alanga on the left, Anthony on the right, Bruno if he's in that role, and Ronaldo up front. It's a strong side. So I'm going to expect to win. I don't think we'll keep a clean sheet though. I think
no, I don't, because with that new back four coming in, yeah, something.
I'm gonna go with a 2-1. I think at points it might be a little bit edgy because of a bit of rust. And Sociedad a good side as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna match you on that. I think about that.
You copier.
Yeah, I copy. I went 2-1 in the last game as well. So yeah. All right, guys. But there you go. Drop your views in the comments in the boxes below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Remember, you can vote for us or nominate us in a category in the Football Content Awards. Anyone you see fit. So take a look at that. The link is in the video description below. You can join the members club as well. The link is also in the video description below. We will see you all again very, very soon. We're out of here. Peace.